Morning. So we're Smart Mobile Solutions. My name's Chris. This is Aaron here. So we've got the Rail Trail project, and our client Dave and Thomas, and their company is Cycle Surgery. So they rent out bikes to people on the Otago Rail Trail, and our support person is Ian Simpson, who is here with us today, and happy birthday, by the way. And our supporter is. So the problem that we have is they would like to create a tool that allowed the users to, well, pretty much it's an app that they can install on their phones, and it comes with a how-to guide. So say if their bike tyre pops or something along those lines, then they can go through a guide on how to solve that problem. And we're also going to have points of interest, so we'll have to get the coordinates for them and work out radiuses and stuff like that, and the speed that they're going at. There's a few issues there as well. So that's the objective for them, but they also have a business objective where they want to encourage growth toward businesses of Middlemarch. So to do this, they want to pretty much have kind of like advertisements that will, similar to the points of interest, they will alert them when they're near, say, a pub or a cafe of some kind.
So as well as what Chris was saying, the guys are wanting to have a back end that they can just edit the app, get on there and do it easy. So it's not a matter of hard coding the app each time. So it needs to be easy for Dave and Pip to go in and edit their stuff, as well as get information from other businesses. So we've got a couple of ideas that we thought of. The traditional ones, signage along the rail trail. This is obviously going to have to be updated every time somebody has an offer or information changes. A printed book, somebody's obviously going to have to maintain that and print that out each time. Responsive website, the problem we found with that is there's not going to be a lot of mobile service along the track. So we've gone with a mobile app, mainly because we can store the information on the phone and the users can update it as it needs to change. Sweet. Cool, a few of our risks. Our client is out in Middlemarch, so it is an hour away. So solution for this, we've arranged with him. He comes into town periodically, so making sure that we keep in contact with him when he does come to town. And he's awesome to catch on the phone, he's quite fun to chat as well. Mobile platform, Dave and Pip are big iPhone users, so they're obviously going to really push for that, but making sure we're making an informed decision about how much we're going to have to learn to do that and sort of what the majority of the users are going to be using. Mobile service, as I said, on the trail there's not a lot of service, so we can't rely on the user being able to go back and get data from somewhere. Uptake, ensuring that we are making sure that our ads don't outweigh the points of interest and the information that the user does need from the app. GPS, apparently there's a lot of tunnels and stuff through it, so making sure that we are triggering the location at a sensible rate, so we're not draining the battery of the phone and also losing where we are, so we're not going to try to get information. And that was us. Questions?
So what are you thinking as I cycle along, I'll get little alerts from my app, or will I?
Yeah, so there's going to be this really cool bridge coming up and you're going to want to stop and have a look and take some pictures. Some sort of alert pop up, whether it's a sort of a vibration on your phone and go, this is it, get some more information, get some pictures, find out what it is and that. And the same as if you're coming up to a coffee shop and you go, oh, coffee shop coming up, I want to stop for a coffee, as well as that sort of that business side of it to help grow the little community that is out there. So yeah, that's what we're looking at.
So it'll be triggered by GPS position, so you can get closer to this and that?
Yeah, so that's what we have to do. So sort of with the
running and checking the GPS position and checking that again.
Yeah, so when you get into a radius of when you're getting close to it, what to get from that.
Will users be able to rate the cafes and pubs?
I guess that is a hard one because there is no mobile service, so that's not going to be able to get beamed back. It is a good one. We do sort of potentially look at doing some usage stats and that sort of stuff that can be synced when we get back into mobile coverage. But yeah, that's quite a good one to put in there to sort of build that community. Yeah.
It might be easier than just a leverage provider or something like that. So
Yeah, potentially.
We may turn by the information off their phone, pop in a relevant supervisor,
Yeah.
waiting for that person, and then they go back to life.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just to provide an API.
So just instead of having sort of two surveys going, so most people go triple fly through is what you'd look to find out.
Mainly, and that's the whole of
Yeah.
100 existing areas.
So,
So just the most horrible thing about the rail trail, of course, is the wind and the rain and the
Yes.
bleh. I got knocked off my bike once, you know. So
Not better though.
this could,
yeah.
so this will also have presumably that because you're helping them to survive.
Yeah.
So how are you going to handle that without the cell coverage? I mean, is it going to roam around and if it can find it, it quickly checks the wind speed over Wedderburn? Or, I mean,
So it was more sort of giving out general information. So at the moment,
So
Dave
it won't-
gives out a book when he hires a bike.
yeah.
So, you know, do this to change a tyre, or this is where you need to go if you fall off, or whatever that is, rather than sort of getting that live information. Cool. Yeah, not convinced.
Well, no, you can't do everything. I can,
Yeah.
I can see that. It sounds like,
I guess you could have a link to the met cells.
Yeah, when you do have the cell coverage.
yeah, the problem is that bad coverage, isn't it?
Yeah.
What can you do? So you wouldn't have internet, but you do like the cell network. Does it have coverage up there, Ian?
No.
No.
Well, not.
Yeah, you're all alone.
Yeah, the other thing I mean, the tow is lots of people providing it with overseas tours to want to do it even in New Zealand SIM card.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're probably going to be wiring real much so they can update it. And I'll see if they can put something applied, I guess, at the other end. But there is no internet, even if you're in Alex or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no internet whatsoever.
And also, I guess the good thing about this project as well, once we get the skeleton, we can transfer it to other rail trails as well. So if it is successful on this one, then we can take some of these stats from there as well. So it's a good sort of progression. Cool.